Alright guys, welcome to my tier list. I'm going to be ranking all the Trash Kid members that play Val and their ability on how good they are. Hosted by yours truly. So, let's begin. Alright, let's begin with Biggy Zorks, Big Man Biggy. Biggy is like if you were to give a toddler a keyboard and mouse. This dude does like the dumbest strats, like the triple smoke meta with Brimstone when Split was still a thing. And I don't know, you'll get really mad when we pick Reyna. So just for that, I feel like it's reasonable to place him at the D tier. And he doesn't play that much, so it doesn't matter. Alright, next up we have Dom here. Dom is like, I don't know, sometimes he could be reliable, sometimes he's just selling. It's never in the middle. But overall, pretty good player, I guess. Good for his rank, good for what he is. You know, if he hops on, I don't mind. If I were to kill comp with him, I wouldn't mind. So just for that, I think he would be a solid B tier. Alright, now we have Freezer, also known as Freezer Ice Sneezer or Liquid Mo. And I can't lie, even though he plays Odin and Operator all the time, he's still a good player. I wouldn't mind having him in my comp games, having him queue with me in my comp games. So just for that, I feel like putting him at A is very reasonable. Alright, next up we have Kath. And I'd say that she's better at picking skins than she is at the game. And she could be reliable at times, and she's like a good player to have on your team, I guess. So I think it's really reasonable to put her at a B tier next to Dom. Alright, now we have Luke. You know, this dude's kind of ass. He's not reliable. He's absolute ass. He trolls a lot too. No, I'm kidding. But I give Luke a lot of shit, but then like this dude is actually pretty good, reliable to have on your team. You know, he's kind of troll at times, but overall he's pretty good. So I feel like putting him at an A tier next to Freezer, it's pretty reasonable. Alright, next up we have Mike. You know, I notice him more leaving the server than I do providing in the actual game. So then for that, I think that, you know, sometimes he could be like decent, you know, he could be reliable, he gets his kills down, but other times he's just trolling, he can't hear, and he's getting like stabbed and stuff. So just for that, I think putting him at a D is pretty reasonable, actually really reasonable. Alright, now we have Lenin. You know, Lenin only plays Neon, like that's his only agent, but at the same time he's also really good at Neon. This dude's just a custom match warrior. Put him in comp and this is a different story, but overall this dude's pretty good. I feel like putting him at a A tier is pretty reasonable. This dude's pretty good to have on your team, good player overall. So yeah. Alright, now we have Sintheria. No, last time I played with Sintheria was a custom match 3v3. I think he could follow instructions, but he was lagging a lot, and I really didn't know what this dude was doing half the time because this dude was lagging. So I think I remember he was pretty good. So just for that, I think putting him at a B tier is pretty reasonable. But yeah, I haven't played with this dude a lot, but I remember he was pretty reliable and decent. So yeah. Yeah, now we have TOMO, also known as Coles, or BBN Thomas Shelby in his Valorant name. But this dude is a living god. Only one taps and has the best taste in skins. He's the best player in Trash Kids. No negative diff on everybody. And just for that, I think he's VCT Berlin qualified. Yeah, that's my take. Alright, now we have Whitelight. Whitelight was really good in Roblox clanning. I don't know if I could say the same about Valorant, but this dude's pretty reliable, you know. He gets the kills down, he uses his util. Sometimes he just overextends or like ADS's while pushing and walking and tries and blames it on like the game's RNG. But like overall, this dude's pretty good. I think bumping him up above a a D tier is reasonable, so I'm putting him at C. Alright, now we have Air. This dude only plays when he's like wasted, and even then he's like, I don't know, confusing the game as well. But overall, this dude's good not only at Val but like at Siege, Apex, Rocket League, Roblox. He owned the clan, and you know, this dude's pretty good. This dude only plays when he's drunk though, so I never see his true potential, so I think putting him at a D tier is reasonable. Now we have Supa, and this dude's the only like person in Trash Kids, the only other person in Trash Kids that plays comp seriously, second to me obviously. This is pretty good. I haven't played with him because of the time zone differences, but I've seen his clips. He seems pretty good. So I think putting him at VCT Berlin qualified is reasonable. Now we have Tyrone. You know, Tyrone's pretty good. I will put him higher, but no, he dissed my mom and my brother. So then, just for that, he's at a D tier, even though he's reliable and plays football. But he's like playing the easiest position in football. So yeah, just for that, D tier. Now the best for last. I Duck Bays, also known as Duck OK10, or in his Valor name, Don't Diss Duck. This dude plays a lot of weapons that don't require like skill, such as the Spectre and Phantom. You just spray and hopefully it hits the head. But at times, most of the time, this dude's trolling. He can't get a kill. He's looking down, you know. But I respect his hustle. You know, he's on every day, improving, I guess. But at the same time, this dude's one of the biggest trolls in the server, and you know, I have a whole montage on him. But just for that, I'ma place him comfortably at a C tier, because this is decent, I guess. But yeah. Eating cars, eat Cadillacs, Lincolns too, Mercuries and Subarus.